Toby, you nailed it. Excellent. Excellent. I couldn't have done better myself. Excellent. 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 I completely take my hat off to you. You have become a talented natural light photographer. You are fully entitled to be charging decent money. Not that you should be, but you are fully entitled to be charging decent money for your photography. This is a high level professional standard. You are the man. Excellent. Psh. Okay. I feel very humbled by your talents and by your having learned and your sensitivities. They're excellent. Excellent. Fantastic. Okay. Let's just read what you wrote. Hi, first of all, thank you for an amazing course. I'm enjoying it very much. It's my pleasure. You're giving me a lot of nachas, so thank you for that. I feel like a whole new world has opened for me with photography, so thanks. That is exactly what we are trying to do here, so thank you to you. Okay, I cannot figure out my stats get lost sometimes after exporting from Lightroom. Stats get lost sometimes after exporting from Lightroom. My husband thinks there's an issue within Picasa. Probably not. He's in it. Okay, I think you meant he's in IT. That's funny. Like there was a typo on a bus the other day which was for French Hill, and they wrote French Hell with an E. I thought that was really funny. Anyway, but he couldn't figure out the problem. Also, how can I make sure the quality of pictures are good for printing when I email them to people? Looking forward to your critique. Okay. So in regards to the Lightroom, the stats issue, it's to do with the exporting from Lightroom. It is, and just make sure, even if your husband's in IT, it's not really to do with that. In that, if you compress Control Shift E, then just make sure that everything here is not checked. Okay, nothing should be checked, and it should work. If not, I don't understand. But anyway, let me see. I think somebody sent me an email saying that you can see them in Windows Explorer. So let me just see if that's true. No, see that you've crunched them. You've definitely crunched that. Yeah, it's not that everything is not. It's for sure that you are that Lightroom is doing stuff for sure, because you can see this is only 1215 pixels and this is 5045 pixels. So just uncheck everything in Lightroom in the export dialog. In regards to, let me see if I can see the details. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, so you can see everything. Yeah. Okay, so I will get back to this. Okay, it's a little bit annoying, but please in the future try and do it so that it works in Picasa, because it's just on my time. It makes things a little bit easier. Okay, 1 second. Let's just finish the rest of your comment. That's such a good shot. Quality of picture good for printing when I email them to people. Looking forward to your critique. Like I said, when you export in Picasa, when you export in Lightroom, it should be like this. 1 second. Compress Control Shift E. This is just where you're going to put it in on your computer, where it's going to go to, where it's going to get exported to. In regards to file settings, I limit my file size to 4000K. That's 4 megabytes. From my experience, that's completely adequate for printing, even monster prints. That's my thoughts on the matter. This is, right now, is probably clicked to something over here. I don't know what. Make sure that is not clicked. Okay, that should be unchecked. And then also all metadata. It should be all metadata and everything else unchecked, unchecked, unchecked. Okay, and that should mean that your pictures will be fine for printing. Okay, let's jump in. So this is your exposure. I want to do this quick because I want to look at the other pictures. It seems clear that you know it, that you've got it. Let's just look. First, the exposures look the same. Okay, this one looks a teeny bit brighter. It could be because it's moved in a different place a little bit. So let's have a look. First picture is a 15th of a second at f22 at ISO 100. The next picture is at 1/250th of a second You can see all the stats over here. This is really helpful how this one didn't go into how these ones did work, because otherwise it'd be really annoying. And a 200 ISO. Oh, excuse me. And now the next picture, the last picture, is at a 1/4000th of a second at f2.8 at 400 ISO. So let's do the math. Okay, very simple math. So I know the numbers, so it's a little bit easier, a little quicker maybe. 15 to 250 is 30, 60, 125, 250. That is minus 4 stops. Okay, F22 to F8. So F22 to F11 is plus 2, because that's double. Remember, the number's double. Then down one more to 8, so that's minus 3. And then we have 100 to 200 is plus 1. Wait, this was plus 3, excuse me. Plus 3, and the bottom one is 100 200 is plus 1. That means minus 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 0. Excellent. Okay. Now next one, 1250 to a 4000 is 500, 1000, 2000, 4000. That is minus 4. F8 to 2.8 is plus 3. And 200 to 400 is plus 1. You nailed it. Excellent. You have a deep understanding of photography. Give yourself a big pat on the back. Okay, Toby, really well done. Okay, let's jump in. That is an excellent, excellent picture. And you'll use it. Okay, so you've got a 60 with the 85mm. If I took this picture, I would put it on my website. There you go. What else can I say? Beautifully lit. She's not in the bright sunlight, which means her hair is beautifully rim lit, but just with a soft light from the background, a soft light. The direction of light is coming from behind. Okay, you've added some clarity. You've cropped in. You've changed it by what's it called? Oh, where did I go? Hello, mate. Oh, I've gone. Who cares anyway? Who needs to see my ugly mug? So you've compressed the image through Lightroom, so that's the reason why I can't zoom in. But it looks like you've nailed the focus. We've got a beautiful triangle over here. Okay, we've got a lot of depth using this lovely texture in the background. A pastel green background. This is absolutely excellent photography. Excellent photography. It got a beautiful look. The tensions, the balance of the image is perfect. Absolutely perfect. This green here is really adding to the life and the vibrance in her face. The light on her face is vibrant. It's not quite flat. It would be considered like, if the difference between the light levels was stronger, it would be a messy light, but because the light levels are so comparable, it's excellent. Class picture. Big pat on the back. Should be the opening image in your website. It's called the splash page. Excellent. One of the best pictures from all of my students over the years. I've had literally hundreds of students come through. This is up there in like the top 10 for sure. Top 5 maybe. Excellent. Okay, so it's still a great shot, don't get me wrong. Just compared to this, it's a little less, but not that much less. I think you've overdone it on the eyes, personally. That's a little too much. Okay, let's look at your stats. 1 second. Here you are, Toby. This guy over here, properties. So what class are you in? You're in class 5? Wow. This is amazing for class 5 as well. Wait a second. I'm doing this on a different screen. Properties, details. Here we go. 1.8, 800 of a second at ISO 400. Good, bad, or perfect. So I'm going to say perfect. Could be at 200 ISO at 400 of a second, but I like these. I'm going to give you perfect. In regards to the focus on both eyes, it would have been safe, although you nailed it. Don't get me wrong, you did nail it. Nearly. I'm just being super critical now. But maybe a 2.2 would be better for this kind of when the face is turned to the side. But the energies are excellent. There isn't much break between the subject and background in one sense, in that his hair doesn't pop out from the dark background here. However, I would put the argument forward that his face is the subject and everything else is the background. So in that sense, it really does pop out. The energies are perfect. Point of entry is here. We've got this. That was so bad. I always do that. Point of entry is here. Then we've got this very beautiful movement of the hair, bring us around in this direction, movement this way generally, but the eyes are keeping us so we don't bang into the frame. It's perfectly balanced. Excellent stuff, Toby. You could make a real go of this. You really can. Excellent. So I think the first thing I'd say is it's a drop overdone with the clarity. A drop, but just such an image, such expression in the image. It would be nice to see the eyes probably, but the just such energy. You could never get this picture with the eyes open as well. Wow, I could talk about this for a long time. Let's have a look. So we've got this shape around here. That's great. We've got the what stats are we at? 1 second. Let's have a look over here. Property, details, ching. F2, 320 a second, ISO 100. Perfect. Like, wow, like excellent. Fantastic. We've got the movement. You've got a tremendous sensitivity to the image. It's a unique sensitivity to the balance in the image. Perfectly balanced. Moving this way, beautifully balanced. Excellent shot. These vertical lines have a lot of energy here, and the separation between background and foreground. Does this car add anything? It doesn't add anything, I don't think. Could be you could say it binds the colour over here and balances a drop more, but that's irrelevant. You couldn't have done anything anyway. The light is great. Light on the kids are great. The edit is excellent. Wow. Okay, this is a little soft. I would go for a perfect. Now, I mean, generally, if one of my students did this, I would give them a huge pat on the back. But I'm going to get much stronger with you because you're doing so well. And criticism is really the best thing. If you want to get good at anything, criticism is much better than praise. Much better. Okay, stats are perfect. Okay, it's a little bit underexposed, so stats weren't perfect in that you could have had a little bit more light coming. Be absolutely precise in an image like this with centering. It's not perfectly centered. Okay, be supervised. These lines, that makes all the difference. These lines are excellent. They bring us right in. You've nailed the focus. Okay, we could do a little bit more. We could soften the skin. We're going to take this one into light. We're going to soften the skin and brighten the eyes a little bit more. But the background is great, completely not distracting. This is high level photography. This really is high level natural light photography. Okay, so this hand is the immediate issue. There's two immediate issues: is the kid's not looking, but this hand, although you've vignetted it a little bit, that helps, definitely helps, and it's not a disaster. But this would be better if you could have somehow just rested the kid's hand, the baby's hand, on, I'm assuming that's mum, on her shoulder over here. That would have created just a slightly more aesthetic shape. What are the stats here? Let's have a look. I'm sure you did very well. 2.5, I appreciate that. That's great, even though you've been using less than that. ISO 1600 and 800 of a second. Could be that you could have been at 800 ISO at 400 of a second, but we're just splitting hairs. Could be 2.5. You could have got away with 2.2. Again, like there's no need to be talking in this level, except that if you want to get things perfect, it wouldn't even really make a difference to the picture. But we're talking about when there's an objective like perfect, like the objective perfect stats, then go for them. Anyway, it's excellent, really good. Do I think that you overdid the eyes here a little bit? Maybe a teeny little bit, maybe. But you are absolutely 100% entitled to be charging good money for your photography, but that doesn't mean that you should be. Remember that. Just because you're entitled to be charging good money doesn't mean that's a good business move. And if I were you, I would be just trying to close as many clients as possible, still taking people out for free shoots. Just shoot as much as you can. That is the key to building the business. Okay, don't jump in and start with I'm so good, I can charge X, Y, and Z. Go in feeling confident, Baruch Hashem, and going in at a low price to just make sure you get a lot of business. And once you've got a lot of business, you've got a client base and the phone is ringing consistently, then you can start thinking about moving your price up. Okay, that's my advice. Okay, let's take this one in. I'm going to soften the skin. I'm just going to brighten her a little bit. I don't think we need to take anything away from over here. I'm assuming it's a girl. I don't know why I assumed that, but I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Just going to brighten the team a little bit. Yep, and I want to soften the skin. So I'm going to create a new thing. I've got a skin softener, but I don't think it's very good, to be honest. 1 second. Brighten skin, soften skin. I think it's too much. The truth is, I really prefer to soften skin in Lightroom. I really do. In Photoshop. Really do. No, but this looks like it's fine, I think, over here. It's not such a big deal anyway. I think I'm going to brighten it a little bit further after this. I'm going to just do a teeny bit less here, and I'm going to raise. That's a job. I think we'll also just do that over here. It's a little bit fake. That's better. Okay, and we're just going to go for the eyes. I know you have to do this anyway, but let's just do it. I know you know how to do this anyway, but anyway, let's still do it. Just I think here we're going to actually add. Let's take away the shadows more, just so we can see the irises really pop. Just press H to get rid of the pins. Yep, I like that. Okay, Toby, what can I say? What can I say? Amazing. Okay, keep up the good work. Keep practicing, and you are already an exceptionally talented photographer. Keep going with it, and you can make yourself a really successful business. Okay, wishing you all the best. Looking forward to seeing what you do for us next week. Colton.